Before continuing on, I do want to give a special thank you to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video. If you use the link in the description below and then apply the promo code ELEMENT at checkout, you can get an 83% discount on an annual subscription to the Surfshark VPN service, as well as an additional month for free. I'm going to talk a little bit more about them though later in this video. I had a little bit of an issue with my stove the other day. It actually kind of caught on fire, like the counter was burning a little bit. It was really kind of scary. So what I did is I took it all apart and like reconnected all the hoses and everything like that, made sure everything was tight. I also screwed it into the countertop a little better. So we're doing a little test run right now. Fingers crossed we don't burn down the van out here in the middle of nowhere.
This morning we've got some chorizo breakfast tacos.
So the good news is the stove didn't catch on fire. I'm not really sure what was going on with it. I really do think it was like one of the connections might have been a little loose. I'm gonna keep a close eye on it obviously though from now on. Maybe wondering why we brought two vans up here instead of just one. It's because we're going in different directions after camping up here for a couple of days. Shannon's heading back to San Francisco. I'm probably going to stay up here for like another day or two, and then I'm making my way towards Sacramento, and then after that I'm going to be heading south towards probably San Diego or Death Valley or something like that. Maybe Arizona. I haven't really figured it out yet. Decided to do some exploring here. Right now we're basically just following, like, I guess these are like dirt bike trails, right?
roads, yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. There's a lot of quads, a lot of dirt bikes and stuff out here. It's BLM. It's like just south of the Mendocino National Forest. I've actually come up here a couple of times before, once in a video a while back, and it's a pretty cool area. There's a lot of cool little places to camp and hang out, and all free. Not really sure why we decided to hike up this to begin with. Like, getting up wasn't that bad, but I think going down here it's gonna be pretty tricky. It's like super slippery, and it's not really like a hiking trail. Earlier we saw a couple ATVs trying to get up here, and they can only get about a third of the way up, so if that's any indication, hopefully we don't slide down on our butts right now.
We might.
No, stop, slow down. You're gonna freaking die. I'm just kidding. It's not that bad. As long as we go really slow, I think we'll be okay, right?
Yeah.
You did almost eat it a second ago.
I did. Enough times I've almost died. Almost died today. It made me realize that life is short. Let's go make burgers.
So we're actually making these burgers here with like this Beyond Beef meat stuff before. We've used it once before to try to make burgers, and it turned out pretty well. And we're basically gonna try to do like an In-N-Out style. So we've got like a special sauce.
It's mayonnaise, ketchup, a little bit of mustard, garlic powder, and relish.
So kind of mix it all together. We're gonna try to imitate the In-N-Out sauce, and then we got a little bit of cheese to go on there, and some buns, some pretty good buns that we're gonna kind of toast up, and we'll see how it turns out. Probably the last time that I'm going to get to see Shannon for at least the next couple of weeks, maybe even 3 weeks or so. Like I said earlier, we're kind of going our separate ways, so it's a little bit sad, but you know, she's going to come and meet me somewhere along the way, and we're going to hang out for a few days in my van, camp out, probably in the desert or something like that. It should be a lot of fun, and you know, this spot here is really awesome. I wanted to spend at least another day or two out here. I really do like this BLM land. It's just so beautiful. You just have so many beautiful views off in the distance, and you can see the Central Valley off in the distance towards that way, and then you know, you got mountains mountains and everything like that all around. I might move the actual spot that we camped in though. This is a good spot, but it doesn't quite have the same level of views that you can get in other spots that I've spent nights in out here before. I know I've showed them in previous videos. There are some guys that you're like right on top of a mountain and you have 360-degree unobstructed views of all the area. So the spot here was free, it's available, there's no one up here. You know, I guess part of the trade-off is that it's a lot windier up here, which makes sense. We're basically on top of a little hill here, so it's gonna be windier than the other spot, which was more sheltered by a side of the mountain over there on the other side of this mountain. But at the same time, like, I'll take a little bit more wind, I think, for some of these views. You can see the reservoir off in the distance. I mean, I know I've stayed here before, I know I've said this in the past. This might be my favorite free campsite that I've ever found, like, ever. So I'm going to enjoy one more night here. As I mentioned earlier, this video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. For those of you that don't know, a VPN is a virtual private network. It's basically just a safer way to browse the internet. It encrypts your information and keeps it personal and private so that when you are on the internet, you're protected from malicious intent, folks that maybe are trying to hack your information, or also from advertisers as well. So it helps you to avoid any sort of price discrimination. In addition to using it on my laptop, though, I actually also just got the Android app, the Surfshark VPN Android app here, and that's been working out pretty well as well. It's nice, like I said, to have that added peace of mind to know that when I'm browsing the internet on my phone, my information is also protected. And I think the coolest thing is, you know, I don't usually watch Netflix that often, but when I do, I'm watching it on my Android phone here. That's usually what I'll do. I'll just kind of set it up and watch it if I'm in bed or something like that. And I was just using the Surfshark app and experimenting with this, and it actually allows you to spoof your GPS location so that it can make it look like you're in Australia if you use a server over there, or all over the world, really. And I was watching Netflix from a different country, from Australia, and I thought it was kind of cool just to be able to see how that works and see how Netflix looks on the other side of the world. Just kind of a neat thing, a fun little thing. But, you know, the main thing that I'm using the VPN for is to protect my information and give me that added peace of mind when I am browsing the internet, particularly at coffee shops and things like that. So I would definitely recommend checking out Surfshark, guys. There's a link in the description below to their website, and if you use the promo code ELEMENT, you can get an 83% discount on an annual subscription to their service, as well as an additional month for free. Thanks again, Surfshark, for sponsoring this video. Dinner tonight's a lot less complicated than the homemade hamburgers that we made. Basically just raided Shannon's van for some extra food and kind of piecing it together here. I got one piece of naan left from last week, and then I've got this pre-made Indian food here, and I'm just gonna kind of saute that up. Keep it really simple. I just got to eat something, but I wanted to spend an extra day out here, and I'm really glad that I did.
California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest into the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made, now built in heaven, and call it and I live with my justice, and I live with my greed and me, and I live with no mercy, and I live with my frenzied feet, and I live with my hatred, and I live with my jealousy, and I live with the notion that I don't need anyone but me.
This place is something else. Kind of feels like I'm the only person out here right now. It's a pretty weird feeling. I did see a couple of folks yesterday evening around like 4 o'clock or so drive by on this road here, and then after that I have not seen a soul. that being said, I don't think I'm gonna spend too much more time out here. I am literally running out of food, guys. Like, I have like a little bit of peanut butter and jelly with some bread and like a little bit of cereal, a couple of sips of juice, and that's pretty much it. Maybe a couple granola bars. I don't really have too much left to eat, so I'd rather not eat granola bars for dinner tonight. So I think I'm gonna probably head out of here at some point this afternoon. Not that I particularly want to leave this place today. I feel like I could be out here for like weeks and weeks if it wasn't illegal. I could basically live out here. The cell signal is awesome on top of this hill. I'm able to get work done. It's just a really awesome place to be. But like I said, I'm running out of food, so I gotta hit the road. And you know, I am gonna find some cool boondocking spots as I head south. I know I mentioned that earlier in this video. That is my plan, to head south towards the desert, probably Death Valley. I've never been to Death Valley before, so I want to check that out. And then also, like I said earlier, maybe head to San Diego and probably get some surfing in. My ribs are starting to feel a little bit better at this point. I think at some point, maybe next week, I'll be ready to get back in the water. Before ending the vlog, I do have a few new Patreon pledges to thank. Jilly Getty, Gene Roy, and Casey Custer. Thank you guys so much for joining the Patreon team, and thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to y'all in the next video.